Okay, now it only took forever and a fucking day to figure out my microphone, just like it does every other time I use it. Um, okay, so we need to start brainstorming because the dark forces at bay, um, they're creating problems. And you know what? I don't let it get to me, but we need to find creative ways to deal with these issues. Um, and I think YouTube is maybe going to be that. I don't know. I'm going to have to think of more comprehensive videos. And I can't use music like I do on my Instagram videos. So that takes my only crutch. It's all I got, really. Um, my fucking tattoo. Um, so they keep reporting my posts, and Instagram, they remove it, they review it, and then they'd restore it like 3 times. And they kept doing the same post over and over again after a while. And it was about puppets on acid, or one puppet on acid on a phone call. And yeah, eventually Instagram just like took it down, which I don't understand how they could review it 2, 3 other times and restore it, and then I respond the exact same, and they're like, "No, we're taking it down, and you're not gonna make any money till the end of May." Um, and that's just a bummer, and it's just killing my reach. I've gone down 200,000, more than 200,000 views in the last week because they keep reporting my shit, and it's really annoying. And I feel like they're breaking my stride, and I don't need that kind of energy in my life right now. Um so got to figure out creative means to keep our engagement and continue to get views, and steer in a direction of content that is not as easily reported. Um, which I have a hard time understanding what exactly these people want to see, because there is a 4-second video of me you'd think in a pool, but you don't see my body. I'm not even really in frame most of the time, not fully. And Sophie's like, "Oh, where are they gonna get spaghetti at fucking 10 o'clock at night?" And I say, "Buca de Beppo." And fucking 25,000 people have seen it. Not sure why that is what Instagram decides to share. Along with a video of me talking about middle-aged men licking my butthole, or willing to lick my butthole. No middle-aged men are licking my butthole. Not currently. I'm open to it, but depends how middle-aged. But yeah, it's really fucking annoying. Like, I have so many things going on that it's super hard for me to like find the time to do the things that I want to do, and that I'm just like inspired to do, and just with like, passion all day long. But with life, it just like work after I get off my fucking 8-hour shift. A lot of times it's very difficult to get me motivated to do anything but take a nap. So the fact that people are setting aside so much fucking time for like an extended period, not just a day, maybe not even just a week, it's like insane work to me. Like I'm legitimately, like, I mean, the behavior itself is very, very problematic and red flag, but like, just from like a standpoint of like, okay, like, where would my life have to be for me to be making time for that kind of thing? Like, I can't even imagine what must be going on in this person or these people's lives to where this is what's making them feel good, and that's, I don't know, the release, or guilty pleasure, dopamine. I don't know what you would get from that, because I mean, it's not affecting me emotionally like you think it might be. It's annoying, and in moments, and when it pops up, I'm just like, oh, motherfucker, and I want to get mad, but I know that's not gonna do anything. It's not gonna fix a goddamn thing, and I'm gonna look like a fucking retard for being an adult that's upset. I can't post on Instagram. Um. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, as a mindful person, it's concerning, and just yeah, it's really, I whoever you are or they are, um, it's, I don't think having the effect that you think it might be. Um, cause I'm gonna shine regardless. Uh, and people, I'm not losing followers. Um, but it's just the fact that my analytics are all jacked up because it's not monitoring certain things right now because I'm in trouble. It's just stupid. It's stupid. I like to be able to see my numbers and my progress. Um, as a child, I never had good report cards, so this is like it feels very validating for me. It's like an adult report card that's for my social standing. Um, or sense of humor. Um, so yeah, I don't know. It's just, I mean, I know I sound stupid even talking about it. Um, especially when I've never put this much weight on social media. So, like, I used to get banned all the time. There was a time I posted a picture of my friend Dave Vault. We had an underwater camera, my ex, and I posted a picture of Dave fruit bowling, which is you pull your dick and balls through your thighs and through the butt, and it looks like a fruit bowl, or it looks just like a mashup fucking skin, but it is a fruit bowl. And I posted that on Facebook, and I was like, oh, maybe it was 15 years ago, and they took it down, and I got my Facebook fucking deleted. And I was very mad. I was very, very mad. This isn't my original Facebook even, which is, it does suck a little bit to think that I've lost memories. Um, but still, it's, fuck it. Like, I don't like, um, now saying that, I would be a little butthurt if my Facebook, and that's more my personal. um, but yeah, it's just like, I don't know. And I think that's what's most consuming in my mind, is just like, I don't know where you'd have to be to, like, and for one, like, there is only one person in this world that I feel as though I've wronged legitimately, to where, if it's this person, all right, I get it. It's annoying, but I get it. Anyone else, like, they have absolutely no valid reason to be fucking this petty and stupid towards me. Like, I never, ever do anybody dirty. I am a self-righteous motherfucker. For people I interact with, like, there's just, I don't fuck with people like that. Even if I don't like you, like, I just don't fuck with you. I don't talk to you. I don't even look at your social media. I'm not even curious to creep. Like, I just don't even, can't bring that energy into my life. So I don't know. It just, I'm sorry that that's how you get your jollies, or that's the one thing you're clinging to make you feel good. I don't know. Like, it's just, I don't know. And then if it's a totally random occurrence and these are just strangers that are like, oh, this is offensive. She's trying to sell stuff that she shouldn't, which the video was not even close to being able to be like perceived that way, but that, so it seems very, very far-fetched that it's a random occurrence, as well as like the one post, it was, the caption was literally like, oh, grateful for all the love and kindness I received of this weekend, grateful for the people who made it all happen. And it was reported as a threat to public safety and a threat of violence. Which, a caption with love and kindness in it, like, hardly seems, and it's crazy that Instagram even took it down before they restored it, because it's just like, even like, I don't know how AI could misconceive that as even being like a underlying tone of that post. So yeah, I don't know. I would assume they probably don't have a job, or they're absolutely not working for full time. And they probably don't have children. Yeah, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, they can't have any, like, probably not pets. Like, they have to have nothing going on in their life. And that's where it's just like, if I'm the most important thing to hate on in your whole life, like, you need to reassess your priorities, because obviously nothing is going well for you. Nothing. So for you to be picking on little old me, like, is crazy. Which, I have paperwork. I might technically be a disabled person, and this could be a hate crime, and you're picking on a little retarded girl. So think about that next time you're reporting my posts. If this is where you want to be when God comes back picking on little Joe Dirt, that's how I feel right now. Fucking Joe Dirt getting kicked around just because I got my fucking wicked mullet, and everyone's fucking insecure about how genuine and authentic I can be, in which translates into weird, a lot of people say, or a lot of young men say cringe. But you know what? That means I'm free. I'm free to feel anything and express it however I want. Because you know what? The opposite of depression is expression. It's not happiness. It's expressing yourself, which I don't think a lot of people do. Even if it's a positive thing, like, we're all adults. You're allowed to find joy in simple things, and you should never feel ashamed about anything that makes you happy unless it's self-deprecating, and not good for you. So, and I think that is that's why most people who hate me hate me. Um, I think because I don't know. I mean, not all the time, but most of the time, if I'm out somewhere and people see me, like I'm probably laughing and just like being silly and, you know, trying to have a good time. I mean, that's all we can do, really. Even if you're not, you can try. You can pretend like you're having a good time. Um, and I think that like deeply unhappy people, that just it makes them so angry to see someone just unbothered. Even if, they are bothered deep down, like, the world doesn't fucking need to know that all the time. Jesus Christ. Like, and that's so many people are projecting their unhappiness on other people, and it just like I don't think people realize the language that you're using in your head when you speak to yourself silently. Um that fucking it means a lot. Like, oh, it's a bad day, blah blah blah. Like it then everywhere you go for the rest of the day, you're going to be looking for reasons why it's a bad day cuz you already told yourself it is. Um and I know it sounds like total bullshit. I used to fucking think this also. Just like the it's not belligerent optimism, but the optimism sounds belligerent when you're like, "Oh no, just act like you're having a smile and just don't put it, or yeah, just focusing on the bad shit. That's all you're gonna fucking gravitate towards. So a lot of times the best option when you feel that way is to just, I mean, I know it's hard. It's super hard to be able to not disassociate, but what's that word? Oh my god. Detach. Detach from like the feeling and or the emotion and you know just like ha- grasp onto a fucking feeling something positive, or like, okay, you're having a bad day, and it's just a terminally bad day, nothing's going right, like, fuck it, treat yourself, not like, again, not self-deprecatingly treat yourself, like blow $1,000 on something stupid, but like make the extra effort to like make your day a little better. Because no one else, like, I mean, if you have someone special in your life that does go out of their way to make your days better when you're not having good ones, then you are very fortunate. But most people, even that are in relationships, you can't count on that other person to pull you up out of the hole that you dug yourself into. Um, so fucking be kind to yourself. Like, Jesus Christ, like, little sweet treat. Or just a nap after you get, like, relinquish the need to have control over the day that has already gone awry. Because it's gone. You've already lost control. Um, and just accept it. Not go with the flow, I guess. I hate that. Just because that fucking saying, only dead fish go with the flow. Which it feels right, but I mean, to a certain extent, you do need to go with the flow. Um, but you need to be steering yourself as you go with the flow. Like you're in a kayak and, you can let the river carry you, but you need to be watching out for hazards. Um And yeah, at that point, just focus on being okay and not turning the day around. Um, because shitty days are gonna happen, shitty moods are gonna happen, and it just sucks that people hold on to these things that are not gonna make them feel bad. Like hating on me and watching my page and like seeing what I'm doing and being jealous and oh, I can't believe she just posted a video of oh something. Um like that just seemed you're doing too much. You're doing too much work to make yourself unhappy. And I think that's what a lot of people do. Um I think especially with social media, like I post a lot and I've been working a lot on my reach and engagement on social media. But I absolutely limit the amount that I scroll and ingest because I know myself. I'm very transparent with me. That ingesting too much of what people present on social media as reality, it's just not good for me. I can feel my mind slowly sink into the sand and think like, oh well, this person's got a better body, more tattoos, or they're more talented, or whatever, and like that could not be the reality. Like it could be fucking AI for all I know at this point. um so it's just better to just not partake. I mean, I scroll some, but I do my very best not to doom scroll just because there's absolutely zero benefit to it, and I 1,000% have a million other things that I should and could be doing instead of that. So I don't know what that means to anybody, but that's what I've been going through this week, and just the thoughts that I've been having. Because again, it just for the consistency, I if I can't applaud you on anything else, it's doing the job every day. Because I'm telling you right now, I couldn't. It's hard enough for me to post every day on social media, let alone worry about what someone else is posting. So I don't know what your long game is or what there is to be gained from doing that besides just, fucking with me mentally, and like I don't know what you're trying to accomplish or what you're standing against exactly. Um Again, unless it's just one person that I'm like, okay, yeah, I fucking get it. But I don't think it is that person necessarily. Um so I don't know. That's where I'm just like, yeah, I have a hard time believing anybody has any reason to fucking put that much effort into being shitty to me. Especially when if it is again somebody who knows me and is trying to fuck with me, I would almost put money on it's not even somebody local. It's somebody again, and I might double down on it, someone who I've never even spoken to in person, but who has talked about me to a lot of people somehow. Which again, wild work. Like, why? If you have a problem, like, fucking message me. And what you obviously don't want to work it out, so it's just like. But again, there's not even anything to work out. So again, that's just like, yeah. What are you gonna message? I don't like how you post videos doing stuff at your house alone that looks kind of fun and silly. I can't imagine. I can't imagine. like, again, I can be cringe and, like, you can find entertainment in that. That's fine. I understand that. Um, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not going to pretend like I understand anybody's besides my own motive for doing any fucking thing. Because I don't believe a lot of people are honest with the world, let alone themselves. Which is tough. I know that's really tough. Um, so my heart goes out to you people. And I hope you find the strength to be kinder to yourself and others because you know what? You deserve it. And that's hard. It's so hard for me to like even hate people, even if they're outwardly and straightforward shitty to me. Um, just because most of the time, like, it's pretty, or, me assessing as somebody who's gone through therapy and reads psychology information, it's pretty easy to identify whatever they're projecting onto you, just based on whatever claim they're throwing or shitty accusation or whatever it may be. Um, so it's just like, oh, okay, you're saying this because, you feel insecure or, you have shame because something you see me doing is something that you enjoy but haven't been able to do because you feel shame because you were, made to feel shitty about it at some point in your life. Um, so I mean, I don't know. I just yeah. So even and this is gonna be a hot take, and it's a um uh edgy ideal. But like even racist white supremacists and um I mean I don't know much about what are they, like the Taliban, any kind of hate group, um like at some point in their life there was a traumatic event that shaped them into that person, or multiple traumatic events that shaped them into that person. And like I mean, I guess some people could be, they're really fucked up. But I don't believe that most people are inherently bad. I think people go through terrible things and it turns them into bad people, or people who make decisions that maybe they don't fully understand the reasoning behind why they're doing it, but have had an experience that made them think that that's the way to do it. And again, like with everybody's like, oh my trauma, blah blah, and it's just like, okay, well, and I know this is hard to like. What about that person's trauma? Like like if everybody's trauma is valid, like this person had something terrible happen to them, and it was so terrible that it completely changed who they were and how they interact with everyone around them. Um, and that must have been something really awful. Um, so I always, or not always, but I mean, most of the time, if I'm able to remain objective in the situation, I really just want to I try to have more understanding of why they might think or feel the way that they do, or what, okay, well, why did you think that, you need to call that black guy the N-word? Like, um, just because, like, and they may not, again, fully understand it, but, like, most of the time there is, like, something like, well, like, something that can, provide some sort of valid explanation, or, oh, okay, well, this is how that began, and, circumstance and, environment shaped the rest. But yeah, I feel like if everyone just received a lot more understanding, I think we would all be able to communicate much more effectively with each other and in a better way. But again, I don't think a lot of people have the comprehension skills or communication skills to be that honest. um and I think, yeah, everyone just a lot of most people just carry a lot of shame, and it's can't even be truthful with themselves in their head because they, are almost playing a character, or they're the mark in their own gimmick. I heard that the other day and I thought it was really profound. Don't be the mark in your own gimmick. Because again, the way you speak to yourself and the things you say out loud, even, you're like, oh, well, maybe I don't fully, like, if you're repeatedly telling yourself things like that becomes your reality. And that's why I try really hard not to lie, or, just be dishonest, or, sneaky, because I don't want to have to make the mental note of, like, okay, I've misled this person in this situation, so if it ever comes up again, I need to, like, no, too much work. As well, it's like, I just, everyone should care less what everybody thinks, because in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't fucking matter. And if you're really worried about if someone's an important person in your life and you're like, oh my God, how might they receive this? Like, at that point, you have to have faith in your own r- relationship building, manifesting behavior that is like, okay, like, you need a certain level of authenticity to have genuine relationships with people, to where you can have hard conversations and it not be the end of the friendship or relationship, and know that a disagreement is not it's not like it's not end game, like, like life is so complicated, and I feel like we come at a lot of things like black and white when everything is shades of gray, especially, like, like, everything is circumstance, like, okay, what led up to this, or, like, I don't know. I just don't know how, again, people who have never even, like, spoken to me directly, or had, any kind of, like, even small talk of, like, oh, how you doing, oh, nice to meet you, could have just, like, okay, just based off of what I'm posting, have this strong distaste for me, as if I'm somebody who's acting with malice towards them specifically that I've never spoken to. Um, and again, it just shows, like, literally how fragile and defensive you become when you operate that way, where it's like, okay, anything that has probably nothing to do with you, you read it and you identify with it, you take it as an offense, like, oh my God, are they talking about me, like, oh and it's just, again, very profound sayings. I am not what you think I am. You are what you think I am. And again, projecting. Like, it's like, it all becomes so fucking clear once you step back and take the emotions. Like, I can't believe you said that to me. Like, okay, what happened? Oh, well, you struck a chord and now they're acting like, you did this. And it's just like, oh, well, like, are you, like, yeah, just like, and again, it's just become so difficult for people to even come to terms with a situation like that. They just want to, okay, well, we're not going to be friends anymore. We're going to stop talking because this is a conversation that I don't know how to navigate. And that becomes the end of it. And then it becomes like, oh, okay, well, we're just not going to talk for a long time. And then, after the time passes and the wounds have healed, and you want to have a conversation again, and it's just like, oh, I don't even know. And it's like, well, I know why we stopped talking, and I don't even feel like I can bring it up right now because I think it'll just go back into the cycle of like, okay, well, I'm going to say this and you're going to get upset again, because you have not even attempted to, dissect the situation that happened that caused you to feel some type of way. You just want to disassociate through it. Oh, I just need to feel better. Oh, I'm not going to dwell on the negativity. You know what? A lot of times you need to. Um, there's a lot of, I guess, power that comes from like sitting with that kind of shit. Because and again, it makes you so grateful for everything that's not that. Because God, there's nothing as bleak as just thinking that there is nothing left for you and that no one, like, people, we're all terrible. We're not all, there are things about everyone that are not attractive or, you know, or problematic or unattractive. Uh, Not just life, dude. Like, you should not spend any more minutes of your life feeling insecure or, like you need to hide those things from people. Um, because whatever it is, the right people who see that that's what's gonna draw them to you. You will never lose anyone substantial in your life by being authentic or genuine. It's only gonna draw the good people in towards you. Unless you're hanging around bad people and they see that you're kind and genuine and they just take advantage of you. Definitely be discerning of who you're letting close to you. But I mean, if they're quality people, yes, just be genuine with them. Or with everybody, really. Like, you start with your family because they can't just get rid of you. And I'm pretty sure most people are not very honest and genuine or their real selves around their family. I wasn't for a long time. So my grandparents, they go to the country club and spent their winters in Florida. And we went on a cruise when I was 16, and my grandma had to buy me a whole wardrobe because my clothes were not acceptable to be seen in public with her. So I understand feeling shame about who you are and what you look like or what you like to do. And being myself with my grandpa has been the best thing that I could have probably ever done in my whole life. Because the relationship that we have is like amazing. Like, my great uncle was telling him the other day, like, that he is so jealous of the relationship me and my grandpa have because we have so much fun and like, I mean, we're just so, I'm so on like honest and with him that it's just like, I sound like a nag. Because I'm just like, okay, I mean, it is what it is. I'm just saying, like, you're like, oh, I can't do that. Like, no, you don't want to. You can, but you don't want to. Like, we're just going to be clear on that. Um, and just, yeah, just love them in spite of it because they will do the same for you. Um, maybe. I mean, I can't say that for everybody, but, as long if you don't have some sort of like status that you're going to disgrace or something, I don't know. Yeah, dude, I mean, I don't you there's such a weight that comes with like masking and not being entirely yourself in front of certain groups of people or just other people in general. um it's a weight that uh, you don't feel until it's gone, or you don't. Yeah, yeah. Because it just feels normal, like you've carried it every day probably for your whole life, and then once you like don't have to carry it that first time, you're like, oh my god, it's so much easier of a walk when I'm not carrying that 10,000 pound boulder on my back. That's crazy. um Cause yeah, like life again, life's so fucking hard by itself. Gas is $4.99 a gallon. Do we really need to make ourselves and others feel bad on top of that? I mean, I don't have money like that. I mean, if I had money, it probably wouldn't matter. I mean, I'm gonna buy gas either way, but I prefer it not be $4.99. Um, I don't know. I don't know. See, and I'm also feeling overwhelmed ish. Um, I guess by my potential, maybe. Um, I've been getting a lot of messages about opportunities for cool stuff, or it sounds cool at least. But I'm nervous because I don't have a person like to do it with. So I just have to thrust myself into these situations that I'm unfamiliar with by myself. Um, and it's scary. It's super fucking scary. But I wish I had spent more time doing that, like in my teens and 20s. Because I was just so scared of doing the wrong thing or being perceived in a way that I didn't want to be, or just looking stupid. And God, those are the situations or events that you learn so much from it. Like, I wish I had failed so much more, when I was younger. Um, or just taken more risks, for sure. Um, like I didn't start traveling by myself until 2 years ago, and so I didn't even I was even booking a hotel. I was like, I don't know, and I picked the worst fucking hotel, and it was a learning experience, a learning experience. I'll never fucking do that again. Um, but I had to do it. I had to do it the wrong way to be like, okay, there is a lot of value in just doing this a different way, and you know, not picking the cheapest hotel, uh, and whatever else. But yeah, it just, I don't know. So, and I have pathological avoidance. Like, I don't go to the grocery store until my cats are out of food, and like they will physically harass me if they do not have wet food. So it becomes like, okay, well, now I have to go. Or I messages and replying to messages, even if it's like my good friends and we're just, like bullshitting about stuff. It becomes, I don't know. I don't know. Um, I just don't want to fuck it up. I don't, and it just, the time it takes, and I want to give everything the time it deserves. Um, and I think that's part of it is I sometimes put too much weight on things that I could expedite if I just fucking quit overthinking it. Like grocery store. I don't like to go when it's busy. But there are times when it's more streamlined to go right after work at 5 versus at 8 o'clock at night. Just because people are either going from work or picking up their kids or making dinner or whatever. And to where it's not that bad. But there are a lot of cars in the parking lot and there's just like rush hour traffic on the road. But I just have to and again, after work I don't feel like doing shit. I have to tell myself, okay, once you get this out of the way, you'll be able to enjoy your night. Instead of okay, I'm gonna take a nap and then I'm just gonna sit stagnant waiting for it to be late enough for Kroger to not be super busy, and then it's just then it just becomes a thing of okay, now I'm waiting for it to be 9 o'clock so I can go to Kroger, and I can't start anything, and or I just sleep right through closing. So, and it's good to just make mental notes of things like that. I know this feels this way, but you've done this enough times to know that it isn't it's going to be fine, and it's not going to be as bad as you are making it feel in your head. And I don't know, it's just, like Kroger and stuff. But I don't know about the opportunities. It could be as bad as I'm imagining in my head. Because again, it's especially movie sets, it's a pretty vulnerable. You're shacking up with the crew and cast, and you have to be not vagrant-y, but those home free kids that would ride trains and be homeless, but they're yeah, we're living our best lives. It's kind of like that. You're living in kind of objectively as an adult would be considered squalor. But the camaraderie and the work aspect of it make it fulfilling enough to where you really feel like it's worth it, and it makes the experience better or more fulfilling. I don't know. You appreciate the hard things that you went through to get through making something that you can be proud of, I guess. I don't know. Cause yeah, I mean, I if someone asked me to camp in my hometown, I'd be like, no, I'm just gonna drive 45 minutes back to my house and sleep in my bed with my cats. But when you're on set and it's just okay, well, I'm not paying for a hotel, and okay, well, I got a camper, I gotta share a room or bed with somebody, as long as they're all good people that I don't hate or find it super annoying. That should, I mean, I don't know. I also didn't spend a lot of time in my adult life making new friends. All until a couple of years ago, all my friends were people I'd known for the last 10 to 20 years and grew up with. So making new friends as an adult is also a weird situation. Especially like you're working with them. Like I feel like I don't know. Also, I'm just a screen printer, and this is a whole nother industry that I'm not as familiar with. But am open and eager to the experience. So yeah, I know it's worth it. Any of it, if it's not a loss, it's a lesson. Anything negative that happens is just feedback, and life can either be a tragedy in close up or a comedy in long shot, and it's all about your perspective. So if you don't like your perspective, maybe you should stand somewhere else and see if you can find a new one. And that's all I have to say. I'm segue. I'm going to try to commit to recording one of these once a week. Maybe on Saturday. Who knows? Maybe Sunday. Maybe I don't know if it's going to be a podcast, but just maybe a video archive or video diary. For anyone who wants BTS about my boring life as a white woman in Ohio. I know that's just what is coming up on most people's news feeds. Except for the that's probably is, but they're probably like, the 1,000-pound sisters and stuff. Some meth head fucking getting beat up. But yeah, so the premise or content may change. It may evolve into a podcast style, to where I can find a topic or something to delve into each week. I don't know. So if you like listening to me talk, you can explore this with me. Or you cannot. You can always just not fucking listen to it. That is absolutely an option, and I respect that more than you watching it with disdain and like just hate fucking me. This stupid fucking bitch. You just not watch it all. I appreciate that more than anything. All right. Well, I'm gonna skedaddle. It's fucking 4:20. 4:20! All right. Get out of here.